This was my first time ordering from bookoutlet.ca. My sister recommended this website and I was surprised by how low the prices are. I only had one book I wanted to purchase, but you have to spend $50 for free shipping. Otherwise, shipping is a flat rate of $9.95. But I thought, why not browse the website to see what else is available? And I ended up meeting that minimum. So I'm about to show you what I purchased. I placed my order on Sunday evening and it arrived on Thursday morning. So I thought that was a really good turnaround time. It came in this really nice box, which I've mangled because I was trying to tear off the label and identifying information. It's got this warning message, may contain awesome books, and then there's a pull tab where you open the box. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what I purchased. The pull tab didn't work that well. Just kind of broke off. I don't have my X-Acto blade with me, so I'm just gonna use my fingers. I'm so excited. Let's take out the craft paper. I'm gonna start with the book that I had intended to purchase. This is the book that I wanted when I started browsing the website, and it is same as ever. This is nonfiction, and I generally buy nonfiction versus fiction because I find I use these types of books more often. I refer back to them, whereas fiction I tend to read only once now before moving on to something else. So these are really great reference books for me. Morgan Housel is a financial writer, and he wrote my favorite book on finance called The Psychology of Money, which I have already. This is his sequel, and I read it probably a couple of years ago. I didn't love it at the time. I thought The Psychology of Money was much, much better, but with all of the uncertainty and instability in the world right now, I found myself really gravitating towards this. So I listened to it recently as an audiobook, and it really helped to ground me. So this talks about basically cycles in humanity. And even though we go through a lot of change in our lifetime, a lot of things are the same as ever in terms of how people react to world events and that sort of thing. So because I got so much value out of it when I was listening to the audiobook, and it really helped to calm me down all of the fear and anxiety and anger that I'm feeling right now, I decided to go ahead and purchase this. I will say that this is a book that is very geared towards finance and business, and for some reason I find that very grounding. Maybe it's because I went to school for finance, I went to business school, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for everyone. It's not a self-help book per se or anything like that. I just find this type of topic, business, finance, etc., extremely grounding during times of turmoil and a lot of uncertainty. I think the website did say this was a hardcover, but for some reason I was expecting a paperback. So this book was only $13.99, which is a lot lower than the price on Amazon. And these are all, of course, in Canadian dollars because I live in Canada. The next book I purchased is something that I've wanted for a very, very long time, but I went through a long period of time right around the time that I read The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up that I really wasn't buying a whole lot at all, and I had completely stopped buying books, and in fact I had donated probably 90% of my books. So I've just started purchasing books again. I've been wanting this book since I read it, which was probably around 6 years ago. Again, it is nonfiction, but this time we have a cookbook. My favorite cookbook of all time as of this moment is Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. The first part of the book is all about the elements of cooking, specifically about salt, fat, acid, and heat and how they contribute to flavor. That's the part of the book that I really love. It's a great reference, and I learned so much when reading this book. Some of the things really stayed with me, and so every time I'm off to buy books, I will often look at this one. But I think the regular price is around $50, and I was like, do I really need it? Will I really reference it? But on this book outlet website, it was $19.99. It's actually got a price here for $24.99, but it was even cheaper on the website. The next book I bought is a journal, and this is Color My Mood. I'm gonna move this box. It's quite in the way. This is a series of mood trackers, monthly mood trackers for 5 years. Oh my gosh, the mood trackers are adorable. They are so cute. I will definitely do a quick little flip through to show you. They do put 29 days for February because of leap year. There's a little bit about how to use this book, and then we jump right into year 1, and there's a cute little section here where you can write down your goals, and then we've got the monthly trackers. The idea is you pick a color for the legend, and then at the end of the day you can fill out the little bubble corresponding to how you felt that day. I love mood trackers, and I've played with them a little bit when I did bullet journaling for projects, so for the Artist's Way, but I'm not great at drawing and I don't have the discipline to continue to bullet journal indefinitely. So having a book of just mood trackers that are already drawn for me was such an appealing idea. And I'm really excited to start this. I am going to start in January, and it's only April, but I'm going to flip through the book and just look at it periodically, maybe plan out what I want to do. But having this book will be a really nice lead up to the new year, assuming I don't forget about it, which I don't think I will. This book was $10.49, so a really good price. The Book Outlet website doesn't have previews or a whole lot of information about each book. So what I did was I Googled the items that I wanted to buy, and I looked up as much information as I could. I think Amazon had a preview for this one, so I went ahead and looked at that, and I would read any reviews that I could find. The last 2 items I purchased are not books, and if you've watched my videos lately, you might know that I'm really into puzzles, so I picked up 2 puzzles as well. The first one is this teeny tiny puzzle. It's by Lego. It is a jigsaw puzzle, not a Lego set. It's a 126 piece puzzle, and it's a mystery image, but it's in the animal collection. I love puzzles and hubby loves Lego, so I thought this would be a really fun thing to try. Maybe hubby would want to put together this jigsaw puzzle as well. And the surprise element also really appealed to me. I thought there were 4 images, but there are actually 6 distinct puzzles, and they're not showing you what these are. So I wouldn't mind getting one of these, actually. I'm not gonna open it now to see. I will open it. Oh, I thought it would be in a clear bag, but it's actually in a bag that you can't see through. So I will have to see what this is a little bit later, but I am very excited about this, and this was only $5.99. It's a puzzle that I'm sure I'm gonna do over and over and over again because I tend to do puzzles every few days, and I like having a few quick and easy ones that I can complete when I just want to have a little bit of that tactile sensation of clicking the pieces into place without spending an hour or a few hours on a bigger puzzle. The other puzzle I got, you might be surprised if you follow my videos very closely, because very recently I said I was no longer going to buy 1,000 piece puzzles. I would stick to 500 pieces or fewer, and this is a 1,000 piece puzzle. I know I broke my own rule, but look at this puzzle. It is perfection. The puzzle is called In the Bookstore, and it's separated into all of these different sections of a bookstore. So there's a fantasy section, science fiction, sports, graphic novels, horror, etc. In the sports section, you've got a couple of people fencing. You've got this half pipe where people are skateboarding and a little basketball net off to the side. There are just all of these little details that I can discover when I'm doing the puzzle. I have another puzzle that is kind of similar to this, where there are a lot of details and things to discover as you're doing the puzzle, and I really enjoy that one. Plus, this got a bunch of good reviews on Reddit. A lot of people agreed that it was a really fun puzzle to do, and they really appreciated all of the little details. So I was very drawn to it, and I went ahead and picked this up. This was only $10.99, which is a fantastic price for a puzzle. Those are all of my goodies from bookoutlet.ca. In terms of the quality, I wanted to mention that some of these books are a little bit like dusty. I can feel that there's dust on them, so I will have to give them a good wipe. And I also noticed that there's like a little mark on the bottom. I think that's just so they can distinguish this book from something that you purchase full price at a regular store. So same as ever has that. This also has that little black line here. And Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat has this little dot on the top. This has a little bit of smushing on the corner. like it's pressed in, but I've received books from Amazon that have that as well, and I don't return them, so I'm fine with that. As long as it's not missing pages and the puzzles aren't missing pieces, then I'm totally fine with like a bit of dirt. And I remember having like some pretty dirty books from Amazon as well, where there was just like stuff all over the cover. Same as Ever has like a little bit of an indentation on the side here. I don't know if you can even see it in the video. If you're looking, of course you're going to be able to find things that are like picky little things, but I'm not that picky with my books. Of course, if I have a selection in front of me, I will pick the one that is in the best quality, but once I get them home, I don't really try to keep them in pristine condition. So I'm really happy with the quality. I am super happy with the prices. I had a $5 coupon. I think it was like for new customers. So this entire order came to only $61.30, including tax and free shipping. So that is not bad at all for 5 things that I love and I know I will use. That is going to be it for this haul video. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know down below if you've shopped at bookoutlet.ca and your thoughts on this store. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, please take care and bye for now.